Sometimes, the worst kinds of cruelty can lead to the most beautiful examples of love and survival. The story of this brave dog is proof that even when things look hopeless, a second chance can change everything. The day her rescuer went to pick her up, nobody really knew what to expect. The air was heavy with worry because they knew the situation was bad, but they didn't know just how bad it was until they arrived. It was supposed to be a normal rescue mission, but it quickly turned into something much deeper. When they got to the vet clinic, the doctors had already looked her over, and the news was absolutely heartbreaking. The vet sat them down and explained that this wasn't an accident. She hadn't been hit by a car or attacked by another animal. The vet said that somebody had actually shot her right in the jaw. It is hard to wrap your mind around that kind of meanness. To think that someone could look at a helpless animal and do that is just sickening. The medical team explained that she had 2 separate bullet wounds. The damage was severe, and it was scary to look at. But then the vet shared a piece of information that gave everyone a little hope. He told the rescuers that the bullets had missed her brain and her eye by just centimeters. It was a matter of a few inches. If those bullets had hit just a hair to the left or right, she would be gone. The doctor looked at her and said it was a true miracle that she was still alive. She was holding on, fighting through the pain. Even in that condition, Junie loved coming into the room and lying on the bed. She was hurt, but she still wanted to be near people. Her rescuer knew in that moment that they had to help her. Putting her down was not an option. She had fought to stay alive, so they were going to fight for her too. The very next morning, Junie went in for major surgery to fix the damage to her jaw. It was a very nervous morning for everyone, waiting to see if she would be okay. Thankfully, she was strong. She made it through the operation, and that was the moment she began her long journey to healing. But fixing the bones was only one part of the problem. When she finally came home to Foster, she was very broken on the inside. At first, she was just very timid. She was scared of everything around her. She was scared of loud noises, scared of new things, and she was very scared of the people trying to love her. It was heartbreaking to watch her hide and shrink away. You just wanted to tell her it was okay, but she didn't believe it yet. Her rescuer decided to be patient. They just let her approach them first because they didn't want to push her beyond anything she was comfortable with. They sat quietly and let her decide when she was ready. Slowly, Junie started to realize she was safe. She was definitely willing to snuggle once she felt brave enough, but the real magic happened because of the other animals in the house. The rescuer had 2 other dogs, and they became the best therapists Junie could ask for. The first time she ever wagged her tail, it wasn't for a human. It was when she was with her 2 new dog siblings. They showed her how to play and how to trust again. They are more like siblings now than just friends. Seeing them together changed everything. And then, we finally saw her come out of her shell. It was amazing to see. Her rescuer did not expect her to be as silly and goofy as she turned out to be. She went from being a scared shadow in the corner to a happy, playful dog. Now, you really have to keep an eye on her because she can get into things. She is curious and full of mischief. It is kind of fun to just sit back and watch them be crazy together. When this started, the rescuer had a very clear plan in their head. They kept thinking, "Oh, I can't have 3 dogs. That is too much work. I need to adopt her out to another family once she is better." It was a logical plan. But hearts don't always follow logic. It got to the first month of having her, and the rescuer just couldn't do it. They looked at her and thought, "I can't let her go." She wasn't the timid dog they first brought home anymore. She was full of life and personality. She belonged there. Today, she is not fully healed in a physical way. She still has a hole in her nasal palate from the injury, which is a reminder of her past, but her future is bright. Her rescuer's hopes are that she just continues healing and just living her best dog life. She survived a nightmare to find a dream home. Her rescuer can't imagine life without her now.